a 17-year-old girl received an unexpected chocolate cake at her front door. Along with it was a handwritten note from a secret admirer. She smiled, took a few bites, and less than 24 hours later, she was dead. What investigators uncovered next shocked Brazil. This is the story of Ana Luiza. Ana Luiza was a 17-year-old student from Brazil, with her whole life ahead of her. On what seemed like an ordinary afternoon, a motorcycle courier arrived at her family's home, carrying a carefully wrapped chocolate cake. Attached to it was a handwritten note that read, "A gift for the most beautiful girl I've ever seen." There was no sender's name, no explanation. Just a thoughtful-looking gift that appeared completely harmless. Believing it was a kind surprise from an admirer, Ana Luiza accepted the cake without a second thought. She had no idea that this ordinary delivery would soon become the center of a criminal investigation that would make headlines across the country. Before the mysterious delivery became a national headline, Ana Luiza was simply a normal 17-year-old girl. She was a student with dreams for the future, surrounded by family and friends who cared about her. To the people who knew her, she was described as a kind and cheerful young woman who was enjoying the early years of her life. Nothing about that ordinary day seemed different. She had no reason to suspect the gift waiting at her door. But behind the chocolate cake and the anonymous message, there was a dark plan that nobody saw coming. Later that day, Ana Luiza decided to try the cake. At first, everything seemed completely normal, but shortly after taking a few bites, something started to go terribly wrong. After Ana Luiza's condition suddenly worsened, doctors began searching for answers. At first, it appeared to be a sudden medical emergency. But as the investigation continued, something disturbing came to light. Authorities discovered that the chocolate cake she had received was not just an innocent gift. It had been contaminated with a dangerous substance. The delivery that seemed like a kind gesture was now being treated as evidence in a criminal investigation. Police began working to uncover who had sent the cake and why someone would target a 17-year-old girl with such a carefully planned attack. What looked like a simple surprise at her front door had become a mystery that investigators needed to solve. As investigators searched for answers, the truth behind Ana Luiza's death slowly began to emerge. The 17-year-old girl was gone, and police now believed her death was not an accident. The chocolate cake delivered to her home was not a simple gift. It was the weapon used in a carefully planned attack. Investigators followed every detail of the case, the delivery route, the anonymous message, and the person connected to the order. What they discovered shocked everyone. The cake had not been sent by a stranger. The person behind the delivery was someone connected to Ana Luiza's life. According to investigators, the sweet message and innocent-looking gift were part of a disturbing plan. Now, police had to uncover the final piece of the puzzle. Who wanted Ana Luiza dead? And what could have driven someone to commit such a cruel act? The truth behind the poisoned cake was finally revealed. The person responsible was not a stranger. It was someone Ana Luiza knew. The suspect was a 17-year-old classmate of Ana Luiza. Because she was under 18, her identity was never publicly released under Brazilian law. Investigators discovered that the attack had been carefully planned. Police said the suspect obtained arsenic, prepared a poisoned chocolate mixture, and placed it onto a cake before sending it to Ana Luiza's home with a romantic message designed to hide her identity. The biggest shock came when investigators discovered where the suspect was during Ana Luiza's final hours. She was inside Ana Luiza's own home during a sleepover. According to investigators, she watched as Ana Luiza became sick, started vomiting, and eventually collapsed. After being questioned by police, the suspect confessed. She claimed that she did not intend to kill Ana Luiza, but wanted her to suffer because of jealousy. But the result was irreversible. A 17-year-old girl had lost her life because of a plan hidden behind a simple chocolate cake. Because the suspect was a minor, she was not sentenced like an adult. Instead, she was placed under Brazil's juvenile justice system, where the maximum period of confinement is 3 years. The case shocked the country, not only because of the crime itself. The person behind the deadly gift was someone Ana Luiza never expected to fear. This was the tragic story of Ana Luiza. If you enjoyed this journey through history, consider subscribing for more stories about the people, events, and mysteries that shaped our world. Thanks for watching.